What if the world had only one language? Imagine waking up in a world where everyone, regardless of where they were born, spoke the same language. No more struggling with translations. No more language barriers, no more confusion in international communication. It sounds like a dream for travelers, businesses, and even diplomats. But is it really a perfect scenario? What would we gain, and what might we lose, if the entire world spoke just one language? Let's dive deep into this intriguing thought experiment. The benefits of a universal language. 1. Global understanding and unity. One of the most immediate benefits would be the ease of communication. People from different corners of the world could understand each other effortlessly. This could reduce misunderstandings, discrimination, and even conflict. Language is often a barrier to peace. With a single language, diplomacy and global cooperation could improve dramatically. 2. Economic and business growth. International business would boom. Companies wouldn't need to translate products, advertisements, or legal documents. They could expand into new markets without worrying about local language adaptation. The job market would also benefit. Fewer limitations on where someone could work or whom they could work with. 3. Education without borders. Imagine being able to access any book, course, or research paper without the need for translation. Students around the world could learn from the same materials and compete on a level playing field. The global education system would become more unified and equitable. 4. Ease of travel. Traveling would be much less stressful. Tourists wouldn't need dictionaries or translation apps. Locals and travelers could engage directly, creating deeper cultural exchanges and richer experiences. The losses. What would we sacrifice? While a single language might solve some problems, it could also create others, some of them quite serious. 1. The death of diversity. Language is more than just a way to communicate. It's a vessel of culture, tradition, and identity. There are over 7,000 languages spoken in the world today, each with its own history, proverbs, stories, and worldview. If all of those disappeared, humanity would lose a vast and irreplaceable part of its cultural heritage. 2. Cultural homogenization. If one language dominates, it could lead to the dominance of one culture over others. Minority voices could be drowned out. The world might become culturally flat, with fewer differences to explore, understand, or celebrate. 3. Loss of linguistic beauty. Languages shape the way we think. Some languages have words for concepts that don't even exist in others. For example, the Japanese word, komarebi, refers to the sunlight filtering through the leaves of trees, a beautiful concept with no direct translation in English. Losing these unique expressions would mean losing different ways of seeing the world. Could technology be the real solution? Interestingly, we might not need to eliminate all languages to achieve the benefits of one. With the rise of AI, instant translation is becoming more accurate and accessible. Apps and devices may soon allow us to speak in our native language while others hear us in theirs, in real time. So instead of forcing the world to adopt a single language, technology might allow us to enjoy the best of both worlds, universal understanding and cultural diversity. Which language would it be? Even if the world decided to adopt one language, which one would it be? English is the most commonly studied language, but Mandarin has the most native speakers. Spanish, Hindi, Arabic, and French also have large footprints. Would the decision be democratic, political, economic? Whichever language was chosen, it would likely bring with it the power and values of its native culture, potentially leading to tension and resistance from others. Final thoughts. A world with one language could indeed be more connected, efficient, and peaceful. But such a world would also risk losing the depth, beauty, and identity that comes from linguistic diversity. Languages are more than tools. They are treasures of thought and tradition. Perhaps the real challenge is not to reduce the world to one language, but to understand each other through many.